The last frontier of magic is sexual magic. It's sexual magic. Tantric magic. Tantric magic is for you to hold out enough for the sister to get a certain amount of orgasms. She can get a certain amount of orgasms. There's a ray of light that come on around you and the sister, and you both get the energy around that ray of light. But the key is to hold out until she get that particular orgasm. Now, if you start at a certain point, there's the book Sexual Alchemy. There's one in here. There's one I got on here, Donald Tyson. A Modern Sex Magic, Donald Michael Craig, which is excellent. And then one of the definitive texts is Tantra, the Cult of the Feminine by Andre von Leisfeld. And once she gets a certain amount of energy, especially in that book, Andre von Leisfeld, he documents it. There's a certain energy that comes around both of you all, and you can create what you want. Let's say you want a certain amount of energy, create a certain amount of things for the community, for the job, for your job, or whatever you want to do, to manipulate this physical down here. You can do it in the tantric level of you and your woman seeing eye to eye when you bumping and grinding, and you both getting a certain amount of orgasm.
That was in that movie, Revelation.
Yes. I saw that, yeah.
They were trying to bring in Christ.
Yeah, and that's one of the things on this tantric level. In the bedroom, that's the, so, other than the Apollo, which is the last Olmec, Olmec Congo, the last gateway of magic that's left is the tantric level. The key here is if you start practicing on not having an orgasm. Now, first of all, the men, just do this. If you having sex, if you can bring your woman to an orgasm before you nut, get up. That should be the end of the sex. Because you want to get into a practice of not ejaculating. Ejaculation should not be the object. After about a couple of weeks, couple of months, maybe a year, you'll start orgasming instead of ejaculation. It's just a lot of you don't know what orgasm is. Orgasm is a series of spasms that when you really get into it, it's just as good as an ejaculation. So and you can have more of them. So if you can, so my point is, the first thing to do is to, if your woman can have an orgasm before you nut, then you get up after she has the orgasm. First of all, I know it's something because what you're going to find out is this stuff. This is what you're going to find out. After a couple of months, then ejaculation is going to be a letdown. Once you start to reverse it, ejaculation, when you nut, be like, oh, fuck, I done damn nutted.
It's all wheat and drain.
Fucking waste.
Yeah, so you drain all your energy.
So you get into a thing, and after a while, the centrifugal force will reverse, and you can go longer and longer without doing it. You see what I'm saying? One way is simply you let her sit on top of you so the gravity keeps the vagina, keeps the energy down to a certain point. You see what I'm saying? And you just work with it over the course of the year. You're going to have some fuck-ups on this one. But over the course of the year, you'll start orgasming. You see what I'm saying? And the more and more you learn how to not ejaculate, the more and more energy you're going to create, because you're going to give her time to have a certain amount of orgasms. And when you start having them, then you start creating a real deal magic. So a lot of this magical system, the most powerful, the most ancient, is the only one that's left behind now, is the tantric. That's the powerful one, you see. And the first step of a lot of stuff with the tantric is not as complex as some of these books make it out. The first step is the man to stop to learn how to prolong his ejaculation. So if you can get up, believe me, it's psychological.